This is an AI influencer, and I'm gonna show you the exact step-by-step process of how to create one for yourself in under an hour. Nothing converts better than UGC ads, and thanks to AI, you can now create 50 new ads every single day. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact tools, scripts, and hooks to go out there and create ads that print cash.
And you can't even tell that I am not real?
Starting with creating an influencer. The old way of creating UGC is you'd find a whole bunch of creators, you would reach out to them, slide into the DMs and say, hey, are you interested? You'd go back and forth, you'd say, hey, I'm willing to spend $500 per video. That sounds very simple in premise, but anybody that's actually done this in the real world know that influencers are unreliable most often than not. And then half the time that you get the content, it's usually absolute rubbish. However, now thanks to AI, you can basically get the same outcome, and for all of the people being like, can't you tell that it's AI, blah, blah. Sometimes you can, but not once you go through my workflow. And in saying that, even if it's a slight way that you can still tell, the sheer amount of volume that I'm gonna show you how to pump out completely combats that. And if you don't know me, I'm Sabri Subi. I have spent over $300 million on ads in 1,000 different industries to generate my clients $7.8 billion in sales. So I know a thing or two about running ads. Let's talk about actual tools and how we're gonna deliver on this. There are tools like HeyGen, 11 Labs, and Kling, and heck, by the time you watch this video, there'll probably be a dozen more because things are moving so quickly. Now, I do not have any affiliations with these people. Your boy isn't picking up commissions, and it's typically the same process with all of these platforms that are out there. So most platforms, they already have a whole bunch of built-in AI avatars where you can go in, you can browse around, you can pick one that matches your target demographic, say, hey, that looks good enough, let me just roll with that. However, what we're gonna do is we are gonna use Nano Banana Pro to generate a static image of the exact detailed avatar that you want to create. And so the way that we do this is we simply go over to Claude and we say, create me a prompt for a hyper realistic AI influencer that I'm gonna be using Nano Banana Pro to do. That should be of a 26-year-old white Caucasian woman. This needs to be as if it was created on the iPhone, so it looks super, super native. Please have it for 9/16. It's re-updated it now with the candid iPhone 15 Pro Photo 9/16 vertical portrait of a 26-year-old Caucasian woman. And then it's already prompting me to give her a name. And I suggest doing this so that you can just basically reference and say, hey, it's Susan. And then every time that you want a new ad, you just basically say, do this with Susan, and then away you go. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this and we're gonna go over to Nano Banana Pro, which we do in Higgsfield, 9/16, 4K resolution, and in a moment it will pop up, hopefully that it's good enough to run. Here's an important distinction, is that the closer that your AI avatar matches your exact demographic in terms of the age, the ethnicity, the accent, the higher the conversion rate is gonna be, because it acts as a pattern match, right? They're like, oh, that's who I am, and so therefore that resonates more with me. You wanna get down to the actual year and say a 26-year-old woman. And then ideally what you would do is you basically have different AI avatars for different age demographics. So you'd have for one that might be 26 years old, and that would be an ad that you specifically target to 25 to 30-year-old women. Then there might be another one at 35 to 40-year-old, and so on and so forth. Now, it's not just ads. So basically what you wanna do is you wanna split test them on Facebook ads, right, or Meta ads, and then find out which is the one that converts best. Then you wanna also use them all throughout your funnel. You wanna include them on your landing pages, in your email flows, in your retargeting ads, in your VSLs. Anywhere that you possibly can use them, you wanna do it because it basically humanizes the whole experience. Alrighty, so what you can see here is we've got 3 different options. One option on here is like, it's too stylized. It looks too fake. Where this middle one, it looks great. And then they've also given us one that's like, you know, the chick's not wearing any makeup and it's just a little bit more casual. That could also work depending on what it is that you're selling, but I'm gonna go with this one. So what we do is we go ahead and we download this puppy, so we've got the static image. Now we need to take this static image we just generated and transform it into a native setup. We come back to Higgsfield, paste this prompt that you see on the screen right now, select the static image we just downloaded, and then hit generate. Our native scene looks great here, and we'll be using this as our starting frame for the video that we'll generate in a moment. So we need to download this as well. All right, so you take your image of your AI influencer, you head on over to video, put the starting frame as your influencer here, and then paste in this prompt and hit generate. And this will take a minute or two to generate, so we will check back on it in a moment. What are we actually gonna get this influencer to say to get people to whip out their credit card, double click on that Apple Pay in irrational quantities? Which brings us to step number 2, finding the organic bangers. So the single biggest mistake that you can make when creating AI UGC ads is to then go to Claude or ChatGPT and say, this is my product, write me a UGC style ad. For the love of all things holy, you will be murdering your money if you do this. And this is what most people do, and then they're like,
Oh, AI is crap, it doesn't really work.
if you're giving it that shit, you can expect that you're gonna get shit out. What you wanna do is you wanna go to either TikTok or Instagram Reels, and you wanna type in what I call the bullseye keyword for your market. If it's Korean skincare, you jump on there, you type in Korean skincare. And then you wanna look at all the top performing TikTok Reels, and then what you wanna do is to start to compile a list of the best performing content on both TikTok and Instagram Reels. Because that has already showed us that that content is doing well organically in the algorithm. Therefore, I know that if we get that and we turn it into an ad, the thing is gonna absolutely bang. Then what you wanna do is you wanna use a Chrome extension called Sort, where you can click onto a creator's page and you can basically sort all their content by views and engagement. And typically, if someone's creating content around that keyword, they're gonna have multiple pieces of content. And you wanna start to basically put these into a spreadsheet where we can use them later for fodder. Don't just do 1 or 2 searches and be like, there's nothing good on here. Get creative. Type in the specific product, the specific category. If you wanna go even the next level, you wanna create a burner account that basically only clicks on content that is related to the products that you sell. And then every time that you basically log into that TikTok or Instagram account, your feed is just gonna be flooded with proven content. And you're gonna repeat this process, rinse and repeat forever. Then what you wanna do is once you've got that sheet of all the proven organic bangers in your niche, you wanna use a TikTok or Instagram Reel transcription service. The one that I use is called TalkScript, and it shows you the entire script of exactly what they said. And we're gonna put that into another document that we're gonna be using later on in this process. So we've got our swipe file, right? We've got the full transcripts of exactly what the organic content is saying to do very, very well in the niche. And we've got the links to that content also, so we can see kind of how it's set up, what setting that they're in, all of that kind of jazz. And then when we sit down to actually produce our script and produce these ads, we're not wondering where to start, or we're not going with some very vague and limped prompt to ChatGPT and Claude and expecting a Hail Mary. That's where everyone gets it wrong. Do this and you will see that these things absolutely print cash. Which brings us to step number 3, scripting with AI. Now look, having a swipe file is useless because we're not just gonna basically swipe and deploy and literally rip some creator off. We are gonna use that as inspiration and we're gonna script our own things. So we're gonna move over to Claude and we're gonna use this prompt. Here is a list of existing organic content that has done very, very well in my niche. Here is my product. You can link out to your product page, it will read it, or you can just upload a bunch of content for it to read. Here is my buyer avatar, and here is my call to action, my CTA. Please create me 5 variations with organic YouTube style, TikTok and Instagram Reel scripting. We're gonna get all the different platforms on there so we can get a mix and we can see what's gonna resonate resonate best. Ideally, if you're running TikTok ads, you're gonna be using TikTok style hooks. If you're running Instagram meta ads, you wanna be using stuff that performs well on Instagram Reels. Then in under 2 minutes, you'll have 5 scripts that are already grounded in content that is already performing in your niche for a product that is very similar to yours. Then once we've got that, we're gonna have multiple variations of all the different hooks because we're gonna have a list to pick and choose from, and then you can keep repeating that process and you just go through that and you'll get a huge list of hooks. Then what you wanna do is you wanna write 2 to 3 different body copy variations, which is like the meat of the script, what the actual influencer says and how they sell your product. Because then when you partner those 2 or 3 body copy variations with like the 15 different hooks that you'll have, and then the actual video that we're about to produce, you got hundreds of different variations. You can literally print 500 ads a month doing this process. This is a process that you're just gonna continually go through. This is not a one and done, like, oh, I got all these ads, I'll just run these forever. So don't just do this once. Set up a day a week where you do this, or better yet, hire someone to do this full time for you. So you just got unlimited creative to run inside your ad account. Now, that's the actual creative, but if you're running an ad on Meta, you know, in addition to that, you've also got the actual headline that is gonna appear just below the actual creative that you're running. And again, with those things, you wanna be running another 10, 20, 30 different variations of that. Then you also have the body copy that appears on the actual ad platform, which is different from your script body copy. And then you also wanna test that. Very quickly, you can see we're gonna have hundreds and hundreds of these different variations to run. Now, for your hook length, typically what you wanna do is have this no longer than 3 to 5 seconds. Again, you've only got 1 to 2 seconds to grab them in the feed before they skip past and go to something else. It needs to start dead in the heat of the action. Like, people feel like they should be interrupting something the way that you drop them in the hook, and it should grab them and then just move them straight into the body copy without setting up the full scene. This is meant to look like organic content, guys. It's not meant to look like an ad. All right, so you've got the scripts, you've got the AI influencer. Let's create this into actual ads that then feeds a machine where you know exactly which ads to kill and which ones to scale. Which brings us to step number 4, the post-production, like actually creating the video ads that we're gonna run. The more dirty and raw it can feel, the better that it's gonna perform, because we want it to feel just like a selfie video. Therefore, we don't need a whole bunch of effects. We just need super light touch editing that removes away any of the glitches. The other thing that people make the huge mistake is they give it the entire script and then they're like, create this. And then it's dog shit. What you need to do is you need to chunk it. So you need to just have the hook and then break up your body copy into smaller little bite-sized chunks. The way that AI is right now, it might not be like this into the future, is that the more that you give it, the higher the chance of it making a mistake, and the whole kind of emphasis on the words doesn't sound right. You wanna just break it up into bite-sized parts. That is gonna mean more work. You are gonna have a whole bunch of different video files that you're gonna have to then patch together. However, this is how to make it hyper realistic where people can't tell. So you wanna basically use native captions, a little bit of B-roll if it's relevant, but typically I like to try to avoid it at most costs because it's not gonna look natural a lot of the time. You wanna use a native editor like CapCut, where you can use all the native kind of captions and text that people would use when they produce that content, so of course it looks natural and organic. Or if you're like, yo, Sabri, this is just too much work, guess what? There is an army of editors on platforms like Upwork that would be more than happy to take $5 to $15, put this all together, you give them a good brief, and they can do all of this, and you can get on with running your business. Does this convert better than a real human? No. Real humans, a lot of the time, do have a slight edge because it is just more natural. However, it's not a fair comparison because you're not comparing just one AI influencer to a real influencer. No, you're comparing having one real influencer versus 15 AI influencers with all these different hook combinations and body copies that you can print at the click of a button. And so the sheer volume of testing and finding out what works, the overall ROAS that you're gonna get is gonna be far greater than basically using one real human to do it. And AI wins on volume every single time. It is physically almost impossible for most people to do this process that I ran you through today using real creators. You have to have an army of people to do this, and most people don't. And how do I know? Well, I've got thousands of of clients, right? And the amount of people that actually are doing this is I can count them on one hand. People aren't adopting this stuff no way near as quick as they need to be, and therefore that gives me and you a huge advantage. And don't shoot the messenger. Don't be like, oh, Sabri, he's telling everyone they're gonna lose their job, right? I'm just reporting the facts, guys, right? Over 50% of influencers are now out of work because of this. It's just the way that the world is right now, guys. And now I'm gonna show you the actual video ad that I created using my very own avatar.
Can you tell the difference between a real natural lip balm and a cheap toxic lip balm?
Which brings us to step number 5, launching and testing our ads. So most people, when they create an ad or they do anything really online, they do it one time, and when it doesn't work, they blame the platform, right? They say, hey, Facebook ads don't work for my business. No, you just don't have enough creative diversity to actually find a winning hook. It's like if you're posting organic content, you can't expect to upload your first piece of content and for it to bang. And it's no different with ads. But when you run through this process, you guys saw firsthand how easy it is to create so many different variations of this. And the reality of it is, as a marketer, the vast majority of what we do doesn't work. Like, think about it this way, right? If you're running meta ads, you are doing a good job if you have a 1% CTR on your ads to cold traffic at scale. If you can get 1 to 2% of those people to actually buy, then again, you're doing a good job. So don't get discouraged when you see that 80% of the ads that you create don't bang. That's completely fine, because if we can go through this process and we can find 1 or 2 winners that we can scale, we're gonna be printing, guys. Alrighty, so there's 2 different ways that I like to think about this, depending on how quickly that you need to get sales. So the first one is method number 1. And this is where you create a sub page for your product. You can even call it your influencer's name, for instance, and you start to take those ads that you have created and you start to upload them to Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or TikTok. Because the way that the algorithm has evolved right now, it doesn't matter how many followers you've got. We've moved away from social media. Social media no longer exists, and the only thing that exists is interest media, where the algorithm is so dialed in that it only serves up content that it knows that you're gonna be interested in. And so don't think like, hey, that's completely pointless, Sabri. I'm gonna create a brand new page. I have no followers and expect this to work. Yes, I am. That's how basically it works right now. So you wanna create that new page and then start uploading the content on there. Find out the ones that actually do well, and what performs organically is what is basically gonna perform on the paid engine. So you do that process with all of these different ads you created. You might upload 100 and 10 of them might bang. Take those 10 and then move them over to our paid ads engine. Even if you don't have enough resources, it's probably better to start this, because if you don't have much resources, you don't want to be wasting it on ads that aren't going to work. And this just basically increases the odds that they will work. However, let's get down for the people that just want to get straight to the speed in method number 2. And it's basically we cut off the whole organic method and we move straight to ads, right? There will be a bit of wastage here, but there is also speed. You want to load all those ads up, use your different creators, use your different hooks, use your different body copies, then have your different Facebook ad headlines and the body copy on there with your different CTAs, and then you will run them and you will collect the data. Now, in terms of how long this is going to take, it's basically the more money that you pump into it, the quicker that you get the data. It's as simple as that. So the question that you need to ask yourself, what do I have more of, time or money? If you have more money, then just spend more to get the data quicker. And then this is where you can turn one ad into 5 ads. You want to take the best performing hook, and then you want to write 2 to 3 different body copy variations on there, and then basically rinse and repeat that process. This isn't complicated, it's just consistent. So you do need to run through this process. It is going to take time, but hey, anything that's worthwhile is going to take a bit of time, but this is far more efficient than the traditional model of reaching out to real creators. And then the real source is taking those best performing avatars that you're seeing are producing the best results within your ad account and making sure that you also utilize them on your landing pages and in your funnel. So then you have the same scent from what somebody saw on the ad, they clicked on the ad, they come through to the landing page and they see that again. And it's just a whole bunch of social proof that you scatter all throughout your funnel that drives up your conversion rates and gives you a higher ROAS. Now, if you liked this video, you're gonna need to know how to actually run ads itself. And I put together an entire Facebook ads tutorial where I walk you through step by step on exactly how to do that here. Go watch that now, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.